Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a pretty hefty haul. This is going to be all coloring books. I am putting supplies in a different haul, which should hopefully be up about the same time this is. I just didn't want to make this forever and a day long. These books are all from mid-August, probably all of August, honestly, into this month of September. There's quite a few books in this haul. There's going to be quite a few supplies in the other haul. Last month was my birthday, so I did buy way more stuff than I would normally. And I do kind of plan on slowing down a bit now after that little last, birthday hurrah or whatever. But I have a number of books that I'm really excited to share with you, so I am going to try to get right into it. I'm not going to do full flip-throughs of these books. Some of these I've already done full flip-throughs of, and those are up on the channel. So if you want to look at those, if you do see a book that you would like a full flip-through of, just let me know, and I can post one. A couple of these I am planning full flip-throughs, and I'll try to get those up probably within the next week or two. But if there is something you see, just let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I did try to organize these into like a little bit of categories. I don't know. You'll see as we go along. But let me make sure. I moved my setup a little bit. I want to make sure everything's in frame and even. I kind of zoomed out a little bit. Let me know if you find that that's too far away from the book, and I can zoom in more next time. But okay, so first I'm going to start with these two books that I purchased off of Etsy. This is from an artist named Lauren Barger, and I will put links for all of these books. If I can find a link for it, I will put it in the description box below. Just so you know, just for the sake of transparency, if it is an Amazon link, it is an affiliate link. That just basically means that if you purchase something through that affiliate link, Amazon gives me a very small percentage back as like a kickback. It does not change the price that you pay at all. You're not required to use affiliate links, and any cent that I make from this channel goes right back into the channel. So I just, I'm just letting you know that. So, transparency. But I will put a link to like the other places as well. So this is a artist from Etsy named Lauren Barger. She has two coloring books, Floopies and Mermies. She has a very unique drawing style. She, I think, used to be a Disney artist, and I think that really comes across in her art. If you like more full scenes, these books probably are not for you. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Mermies one. It's very sketchy, lots of like, separate images. I like things like this because I feel like I can go in and color one image and feel like I did something. But I just think these are really cute. Cute little characters. They're very, flowy. That's clearly like her whole style. So that is her Mermies book. And the paper is decent enough. Like, it's not Amazon paper, but it's not like ridiculously thick paper or textured paper. But it's a nice enough paper. And the books themselves are a little bit, I think they're about the size of maybe like the smaller Coco Wyo books. I had a ruler over here and I don't know what I did with it. Okay, and so then this one is her Floopies, which again, kind of that, swoopy style. Very sketchy. This has like animals, also has some mermaids, fairies, little creatures. I just think they're so cute. I love the frogs, like that frog kicking up a leg. Yeah, very cute. And so those were from her Etsy. Also from Etsy, and fair warning, I forgot to take these out of the plastic. So cover your ears. This is from a store called Funusual Suspects, I think. Is that what it is? Yeah, Funusual Suspects. She also has a website. And the artist is Danny Banani. And I purchased two of her books. Oh, I also had purchased some stickers. I'll go ahead and show these just because they're cute. Oh, that one has bad words on it. I love the no thanks, I'm an indoor cat. So many crafts, not enough arms, and inspired but tired, because that is 1000% true. So I'm gonna put a couple of those up in my room. So from the books I got from her, I got this little mini book, and it is very tiny. Where did I put that? Oh, well, fiddlesticks. Okay, anyway, here is the little, it's very small. Like, I mean, you can see like my hand here. I got this because when I'm in my office, not this room, but my office, and I am sitting at my desk, usually playing an online card game with my husband. I like to doodle or just color like random things with like Sharpies and stuff. And I thought this would be really cute for that. So they're just like little mandala-y type patterns. I like the little raccoon, very cute. And then this is Yippee Kawaii Mandala Magic Volume 3. I believe she has 3 books in total. And I looked at the images for all of them, and I liked this one the best. I'm going to turn it this way just because this is kind of hard to show the other way. So you can kind of see, like, you know, get an idea of her style. I really like this one. The paper itself is pretty nice in these. You can hear that. It's thick paper. There's a little color test thing up here, which I really like. They're single-sided, spiral bound. You know, I quite like all of that. So there's some like test pages. You know, some of them get pretty, you know, detailed. But I feel like with like fine tip markers, fine liners, Sharpies, stuff like that, I think this would be really cute. And I think some of it you could do with colored pencil as well. So very cute. Very happy about those. Let's throw away that plastic. Let's find a place to set all this stuff. Okay, the next set of books are books that I actually purchased. I ordered from Barnes & Noble. So just so you know, like Barnes & Noble, I find that like I like to look and see how much their books are compared to like Amazon. Because if you are a premium rewards member at Barnes & Noble, you get 10% off. So if a book is the same price at Amazon as it is at Barnes & Noble, and they happen to have it, I'm going to probably buy it at Barnes & Noble. So 3 of the books that I ordered are from this publisher, Hazy Dell. And I am going to do like a full like flip of these books and some, you know, like a video focusing on this like publisher. In October. And the reason I'm waiting until October is because they have one more book coming out, which is a Christmas one. It can be purchased on Hazy Dell's website, but I didn't want to order it there. So, because I didn't want to pay shipping. So I'm just I have it pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble. Hazy Dell is a publisher that makes these really cute, kind of like children's books that feature monsters, mythical creatures, stuff like that. They have illustrators, so these are not AI, and they've taken the images from their books and turned them into coloring books. And these 3, there's Lock and Sea, Halloween, and Cryptids. I love the Cryptids one. I will say these books are ridiculously cheap. They are $7.95. They're $7.95 on Amazon, and they're $7.95 on Barnes & Noble. And the paper in them is actually pretty good. Like, you know, that's a thick paper. The images themselves, like A is for Alien, like, you know, these would be great for kids, but I think they're also kind of great for cozy coloring. I love the Chupacabra one. Great for markers. I just think these are really cute. And these aren't ones that I've really seen people talk about. I mean, I'm sure someone has, and I just, you know, I don't have time to follow every single coloring, you know, book colorist channel on YouTube. I wish I did, but I don't. So the table of contents, I really like this too, that they put this in here. So it tells what each one is, and it actually tells what book they're from. So like this one, which is Mothman Baby and Alien Baby, which is from Mothman Baby, a Hazy Dell flap book. Like Bigfoot Parent and Child from You're My Little Legend. And then it says featuring adaptations of original art, and then it shows who each of the artists are. So I like that they give the artists credit for that. And I think when they say adaptations, they just mean they've taken the color, because obviously when these are in the books, they're full colored images. They've just made them so you can color them. So that's the cryptids one. This is the Halloween one, you know, perfect for spooky season. And this for Mummy. I just think these are really cute. I really like these. And I think that you could make these really simple with just markers. You could go in with some pencils to add some details. Very fun. And then the Lock and See one, which obviously is going to have the Loch Ness Monster in it. And some mermaids. Narwhals. Ghostly pirates. So very cute. Okay, I'm trying not to take all day, but I get kind of easily distracted when I'm flipping these. Okay, also from Barnes & Noble, I purchased these two books by Annie Reyes. These are also available on Amazon. This one is Nina's World, and this is Dream Imagination. I quite like these. The books themselves, for some reason, I thought these books were going to be bigger. I don't know why. These are the same size as like the little Coco Wyo Jade Summer Square books are. They are not, they're not Amazon printed. They're not Amazon printed. They're single-sided. I think they're, I love the little frogs. I think they're very cute. I love the flamingo. She has a new book out called Blossomia, something like that. And I like some of the images in that, but not enough to buy it. But I really liked a lot of these. I think these are really cute. And then Nina's World. I like these little, I love a good vignette. Very cute. I like this one a lot. So yeah, super cute. This one I'm not going to, I'll see if I can find a page to show. This is the Effing Awesome coloring book. This I saw, I don't remember where I saw this. I saw someone show this maybe on Instagram or something, and I fell in love with this book. I tried to figure out where to buy it from, and I saw it on the publisher's website, and then the only other place I found it was Barnes & Noble. Let me see if I can find one that, okay, this one I think is, not too bad. So they all have like a saying on them, and then some like decoration, and usually they have cussing in them. So if you're not, if you don't like stuff like that, then this would not be the book for you. If you do like stuff like that, then this would be, a good book. I like doing lettering. It's one of those like when I'm, sitting at my computer type of things, because I can do it with like glitter pens and stuff. Yeah, I think none of these other ones I can show you. Lots of F word in here. So again, if that's not your thing, then this is not the book for you. Oh, probably shouldn't flip that over because you can see the ones on the back. The paper is nice in here. It's quite thick, and the pages can be removed. They're perforated. So, oh, that sticker actually comes off. So yeah, I thought this was really cute. I like this a lot. I'm running out of places, and I just started. Two other books that I got are these by Chamilleia Gafano. And I saw these on somebody's, oh, Maya. I think it was colored by Maya's channel. She showed these books and I thought they were really neat. So I went ahead and ordered 2 of them. There are more, but these were the ones that I liked the best. This is the unicorns one. They are unfortunately not single-sided because, like, to me, I'd want to use like markers and paint in here, but I'll make it work. So, you know, bigger images, but still very, very cute. I know that when Maya was showing these books, she talked about how like the composition of these pages is really good. Like I think there's like depth to them, and, you know, just the way that they're set up. So, yeah, I agree. So very cute. I like the unicorn one's probably my favorite. I like coloring unicorns. And then this is the animal one. So lots of different animals. I'm a sucker for a flamingo, and it has flamingos in it. Has a couple flamingos in it. Very cute. This is a book that, you know, would work for kids or it'd work for adults. So those were the books I bought at Barnes & Noble. There might be another book in here that I got at Barnes & Noble. I will let you know when I find it. A book that I bought secondhand, because I believe this book is out of print, but I found this on Pango, and I was really excited to find this. This is the Percy Jackson coloring book, artwork by Keith Robinson. I really like the artwork in this book, and if you aren't familiar, Percy Jackson is a book series. It's had a gazillion spinoffs. By Rick Riordan. It's a very, very popular, like, middle grade to YA book series, fantasy. There was a movie, and I think just recently there was a Disney like TV series about it that I heard was really good. I haven't watched it. We don't have Disney. So my husband is a massive fan of these books, but I liked them as well. So and there's a creepy Medusa, and I love me a Medusa. So I really liked the art style in this, and I was really excited to find this I found this at a really good price. So, you know, I don't always have a lot of success on Pango of finding coloring books, but every now and then I do find a real gem there. Okay, 2 other books. Oh, these books I also got on Barnes & Noble because I pre-ordered them, which is another little like secret. If coloring books are like, when Christine Karron comes out with books, she, you know, they don't just get like released into the world. There is a period where they're announced and you could pre-order them. A lot of times for members, Barnes & Noble will do a 25% off on pre-orders. And so when they do that, I like to figure out what books I'm going to want, whether that's coloring books or like reading books for the next like 3 or 4 months, and then I will go ahead and pre-order them when Barnes & Noble does that sale, because it, you know, it saves you money. So I have full flip throughs of both of these books on my channel. You know, they're the absolutely gorgeous Christine Karron images. Like she's one of my favorite artists, and these books are so high quality. These are just beautiful. But like I said, I do have full flip throughs of both of these in different videos. So beautiful books. So happy to have those. Anytime Christine Karron puts out one of these really nice quality books, I'm always going to buy it. A book that I actually ended up finding on Amazon is Eriy's new book. This can also be bought from like Amazon Japan. I know it is on like Etsy, but when I found it on Amazon, it was roughly about the same price as I would have paid from the other places, and I didn't have to pay shipping. I really like this one. I really like the images in this. This is probably my favorite Eriy book. I've had a number of Eriy books, and I actually haven't loved all of them. I still have like a couple of the romantic country books, but I don't have any of the other ones anymore. I parted with those to people that would get more enjoyment out of them than I did. But this one I love. I love the images in this one. So very beautiful. So the next couple books I bought on Book Outlet. And somehow I misplaced a book. Okay. So I already own these books. And you're going to say, Tara, why did you buy them again? It is because they were on Book Outlet, they were on sale, and I didn't have to pay shipping on them because of a deal they were running. So I got these books for about $3 a piece because they were on sale and I had a coupon. And so the reason that I ended up buying them is because I really want to use markers in these books, and they're double-sided. So because these were so cheap, I went ahead and bought a second copy so that I can use markers in them. I can treat them as single-sided books. So these are obviously Party in Space by Hanna Karlzon. These were her like children coloring books, which, I mean, yeah, but also no, like anybody can color in them. They do run smaller than her other books. Like here, I have her Merry Christmas book, which I also bought. You can see the size difference here. They're also not hardcover like her other books are. They're bound like that, but I love the images in these. These are really cute. I think these are still available on Half Price Books, and if they are, I will put a link below to these. Unfortunately, they are no longer running the free shipping sale, but I think it's $35. If you spend $35, you get free shipping at Book Outlet. So in keeping with that, I might as well show this one, which I do have a full flip through of this on my channel as well. This is Hanna Karlzon's Merry Christmas book. Very beautiful book. I have actually already started to color in this. I'm doing a like a group full book color thing. Where is the page that I started on? Oh, here. I haven't gotten very far. Yeah, I wanted to go like not typically like your reds and greens for Christmas. I wanted to go like these cool pastels, and I'm only using for this page the where did that come from? Castle Arts Harmonious and Pastel Tint sets. So I am limited in my color choices, but I did that on purpose. And I also plan on using some like paint, I want it to look very frosted. That's my goal. Have I gotten there yet? No, but I'm still working on it, obviously. Okay, so that is that book. Where are we going now? So I ordered this book from Target, I want to say. I had seen some images of it and I thought it was really cute. However, I think I saw an older version of this book when I looked at images of it, and I think this is an updated version, and so I don't think it's exactly the same. But it was on like clearance, and I also get a discount at Target because my husband works for Target, and so I paid like very little for this, so I wasn't going to mess with returning it. But it's the Crayola City Escapes book. It has images like this in it, but what I had wanted was more like these ones with like the city and then like things from the city. I'm not as gung-ho about like these scenes, I guess. I mean, some of them aren't bad. I just don't know if I would like reach for them. But I love this Paris one. I love. And I think that I could be totally wrong. It might be the same exact book. I know for a fact the cover changed. I love this Rome one. So, I mean, it is cute. And like I said, I didn't pay very much for it. So I had no problem keeping it. And Crayola books, like the paper's, decent. This isn't like the kid paper or whatever. I do like this. This is really cool looking. I do really like this one as far as like people go. This one also. Love that, Tokyo. So yeah, I mean, cute. That's Crayola City Escapes. Discover the eclectic charm of metropolitan life in Crayola City Escapes. 40 pages. Okay, now for some Creative Haven books. I don't buy a ton of Creative Haven books, but I have bought a couple. So these two I actually found on eBay. They were in a lot with two other Creative Haven books, which I'm not keeping, but I bought them for these. I wanted these for, oh, I feel like a sneeze is coming on. Is it? Maybe it's just gonna linger. Isn't that the worst? Okay, apparently not, sorry. These are wordplay coloring books, and I think that these are out of print. If I can find some, like, somewhere where you can buy these, I will put that, but trust me, if there is not a link to one of these products in the description box below, I couldn't find it anywhere. But these are basically, and like I bought this used, so this had already been colored, but I was fine with that. It's basically all the states, and then they have, you know, different cities or things in the states written out in words, and then there's some of the, you know, the images from the state. I did think it was really funny. So I live in Kansas, and I don't know what they're talking about Stratica and helium. I don't know what those things are. Those might be Western Kansas things, and I'm not a Western Kansas gal. I'm a Northeastern Kansas gal. So sure. But I like these. I like coloring words with like pens and like, I mean, like I said, like I'm just repeating myself at this point. So this is, you know, this is more of that like kind of mindless coloring I can do in front of my computer type of thing. Like I wouldn't like do like massive detail on these or anything. I would just color them with pen. And then the animal one. So you have animals in the, you know, shape, words in the shape of animals. And then words that explain. Yeah. So I like those. I thought those were fun. And then ones that I bought that weren't used, or one that I bought, I guess, is the Creative Haven Pretty Creepy coloring book. Why do I feel like I already had this in a haul? Did I already have this in a haul? I don't know. If I did, sorry. So this is by Hanna Karlzon. She has worked in some of the Dover books, which is the same company as Creative Haven. And I like her art style. She has a very distinct art style. You'll always see these little like stars. So I thought this was kind of fun. I really like these where it's like a gallery wall. Some of these could be made to look really cool for, you know, gothic-y for October and whatnot. So I like that, and that's a relatively new book. But those are, I think, are my only Creative Haven books. So a book that I have from my only Color in Heaven book in this haul is the Autumn 2025 one. I actually forgot that I was even going to get this book. I had looked, and I actually had planned on ordering this book, and then it came in the mail, and I forgot that at the beginning of the year, Color in Heaven offered a deal where you could basically pre-order the spring, summer, autumn, and winter books and get like a discount, and apparently I did that. So I'm glad I didn't accidentally order this twice. I thought I was going to have more Color in Heaven books in this haul because I have like 2 other books I ordered from them that supposedly were shipped out at the same time, and I have not received them. So I'm going to have to contact Color in Heaven about that. But so this is their autumn themed one. The main reason that I wanted this one, and I'm not going to do like a big flip of this because Color in Heaven has a YouTube channel and they always do flip throughs of their books. That's, in my opinion, probably the best place to try to find flip throughs if you're interested in any of their books. But the main reason I wanted this is because of the Karolina Kubikowska. She is absolutely one of my favorite artists. I think her stuff is gorgeous. It's fun to color. I have a ton of her actual books. Well, not a ton, but I have a number of her actual books. I love her stuff. So I mainly wanted it for this. Desi Georgiev, I also like their stuff because, you know, I love me some grayscale. These Alexandra Danneman ones I'm not as gung-ho about, but that's nothing about the artist. That's just, you know, it's not something I'm called to color really. A Go to Pop, like she has some tinies in here. I do like her tinies. Deborah Mueller. So I mean there is, you know, an assortment in here. There's also, I think, a Christine Karron. I think there might only be one in here though, but you can see it on the cover. I don't know where it's at in the book. It's that one. So that's the Color in Heaven Presents Autumn 2025. Okay, so a book that I got for cheap on Amazon is, it's obviously supposed to be a kid's book because it says ages 4+. It's the Big Book of Coloring, Unicorns, Mermaids, Rainbows, and More. It must have been a British book because it has the U spelling of coloring. I just thought it was really cute. And they're single-sided. I mean, the paper's not like super great. It does have some tooth on it though, which is nice, I guess. I'm a sucker for a rainbow with some unicorns or pegasuses. I love it. It speaks to the 80s kid Lisa Frank, you know, in me. So yeah, I thought this was cute. And this was like, I got this, it was like on a deal for like $4 or something. So I was like, sure. So I went ahead and bought it. Oh, it has little thumbnails at the beginning. So that is the big book of coloring. Okay. And that is actually not Amazon. Oh no, it is Amazon. It is Amazon printed. I was thrown off by the publishing thing. And it does say no AI involved, 100% human made. So fingers crossed they're telling the truth. I will believe them. Oh, here's two other books that I got on Book Outlet, but I got these I think in August. So this is The Color of Calm, illustrated by Yulia Boniak. These are just like little doodle images. I love these little books that are just doodle books. They're fun to do with pen. I keep saying that and you guys probably think that's all I do at this point, but I assure you it's not. But yeah, very cute. I also, in that same one, bought this I Heart Flamingos book. I had looked for a flip through of this book. It has a loose thread. That's driving me nuts. And I couldn't really find one, so I just decided to roll the dice because I love me some flamingos and just see. I think this is mostly like clip art, like Shutterstock images. Yeah, I mean, it says designed by, edited by, well, it does have two illustrator names, Felicity French and Lizzie Preston, but it does say additional material adapted from Shutterstock. So yeah, I mean, it's just different styles of flamingos. Again, it's that doodling coloring that I like to have, you know. And I fly through these types of books. If you're wondering, one of the reasons why I buy so many of them is because I fly through them. Because my husband and I, like maybe once a week, we will literally sit in front of our computers and play Hearthstone, the card game, for like 9 hours straight. We'll put on a podcast, listen to that, you know, a string of podcasts, and I will color the whole time. I will do these the whole time because I don't have to think about it. And I go through the pages. So yeah, I like those. Okay, this book says Harry Alexander, Cute and Cozy Girlfriends. I believe that I actually got this book at Books A Million. Unfortunately, I have a couple other books in here from Books A Million. I did not put them together though. So this is a simple, snuggly coloring book. It is obviously not Amazon printed. It is printed by Buster Books. And it was, it wasn't too pricey. It was, you know, and the paper is decent. And they're single-sided. Did it say? Oh. Illustrated by Harry Alexander, with additional illustrations by Anna Goulette. Yeah. So very cute. So it looks like maybe there's like 2 illustrators for this book. Very cute. So, you know, that kind of typical cozy, bold coloring, thick lines, great for markers. I kind of wonder if maybe one of the artists did these like little corner room ones and the other one did the rest. I don't know. That's just me throwing that out there. So very cute. So this is a different kind of book, and I bought this at, I got this on Amazon. I was intrigued by these. I think I saw an ad for these or something on Instagram. And so I looked around on Amazon till I could find one that had images I liked. And I think the idea with these monochrome books is you're just supposed to take a black marker and go in and fill it. I actually think that I'm gonna take like maybe not just a black one. I am gonna do the monochrome, but like I might do this all in green or something. This is more of that, you know, mindless, sit in front of my computer coloring. I do hate that these are backed in black. It makes the pages curl. I hate that Amazon does that. I wish they didn't. But yeah, so this is definitely not for everyone. This isn't, you know, but to me, this is something you can do while you watch TV or do something else kind of thing, or you just want, I'm one of those people like, I gotta keep my hands busy. I gotta be doing something. So that's the monochrome coloring book, Doodle Noir. I liked the images in this one the best out of all the ones I looked at. So also purchased at, well, let me do this one first. Literally yesterday, I was at Five Below and I saw this and I hemmed and hawed about it, but I decided to buy it. This is the Very Good Sketchbook Strawberry Shortcake. I don't know what this is unless it's just like a texture thing because it doesn't open or move. But anyway, a little shaker. This has a bunch of stickers in it, and then it has some pages like this where it's just the image, and then I guess maybe you're supposed to draw something. But then it also has images like this. I mean, the paper's not like, the paper's okay. Like this is great for, I think, for markers. I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 1980, so I was the pinnacle of 80s kid, and I loved Strawberry Shortcake. I still can remember the way that the original Strawberry Shortcake dolls smelled. Like that is ingrained in my memory. So I was excited when I saw this, and obviously it was only $5, so I went ahead and got it. Very cute. And it's spiral bound. I'll probably take this thing off, try to figure out a way to take this thing off. But, oh, and you can see all the images back here. And I'll probably find a use for the stickers. I might use them in my journal or something, junk journaling. So some of the images, like they're just kind of open. So maybe you could, I guess for kids to draw something, but I liked the ones that had images on them. Okay. This book is going to be hard to fit in frame. I have wanted this book for a really long time, and I went back and forth about it, and so I ended up getting it for my birthday. This is Coloring with Your Octopus by Brian Kessinger. This is such an odd shaped book. So like, here's, you know, the standard little square books from Amazon. You can see it's shorter than that, but it's way longer. This is like the weirdest shaped book, and I have no idea where I'm gonna put this book on my shelves. Because I'm not sure. I have deep shelves, but I'm not sure they're this deep. So very cute. Unfortunately not single-sided, but that's fine. Because honestly, I think I'd probably use, I think for these, I'm really called to use pencil, maybe some ink tints, some gelatos. The paper itself is decent. It does have a lot of like dark black in the images themselves, so if that's something that bothers you, then this probably wouldn't be a good book for you. But I really like his art style. This is based, I think he has a series of books, and this is based on that. So very cute. Just a very oddly shaped book. Okay, now this book I got from Amazon, and this book was on pre-order, and so I pre-ordered it and it came out and I got it for a really good price. But then I realized this book actually came out a while ago, 2023. So I have no idea why it was on pre-order. I don't know if maybe it was published in the UK then and this was the American, I have no idea. But this is basically beautiful letters for coloring. So each one, they are double-sided. Like this one will have the letter, and then it will have some like floral stuff, and then this one has like the cutout of the letter with like a background of floral. I'm usually not like the biggest floral fan, but I like the way that these are shaped, and I like a good letter. So, and this I got, oh, and there's also numbers in here. So that's fun. Oh, and an ampersand. I also thought this might be fun to like, you know, pick the letter that's like my last name and try to make it look really nice and maybe frame it or something like that. I just thought that would look neat. So that is Maggie Magoo's Amazing Alphabet, Beautiful Letters for Coloring. This is a book that I do have a full flip through. It's, I think, one of the last full flip throughs I did. This is the Fourth Wing official coloring and sticker book, illustrated by Lydia Fenwick. This is a gorgeous book. If you are a Fourth Wing fan and you like coloring, this is a great book for you. If you're a Lydia Fenwick fan, who's also known as Life Illustration, this is a great book for you. You know, just some beautiful images. Like I said, I do have a full flip through. And then at the back, there's 2 pages of stickers that you can color. I really like these, that are shrunk down images of other images in the book. So yeah, very neat. Some other books that I have full flip throughs of, these I purchased from Lireka. So this is Mythologies. This is a Hachette book. The illustrations are by Celia Bodu. I don't know how to pronounce that. Very beautiful. It's got creatures, people of mythology from different world myths. You know, there's English, Greek, Southeast Asian, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Beautiful book though, absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I do have a full flip through of that. I also have a full flip through of this one in the same video as that, you know, 2 books that could not be probably more different. This is Baby Stitch. I love Stitch. So this is a very, very cute book. The illustrations are by Capucine Sivignon. Sure. Very cute. And like I said, I do have a full flip through of this on the channel. And I will put a link to Lireka. They are a French website. I will put that in the box. And I do have a discount code if you've never ordered from Lireka before. I think it saves you 5% or something. One of my favorite books that I have purchased this past month, 2 months, is this cat book by Maureen Gosselin. This book is gigantic. So if you look at, you know, like the standard, you know, little Jade Summer book, it's obviously much bigger. And I just think the art style is beyond adorable. It's just so cute. And like this one over here, like it does have some color already in it. And that's just a style choice. Like the one image over here will have that. And then this one's a full page. See? And they're all kind of like a little bit connected to each other. I love this. I think this is so cute. I love this book. This is probably my favorite book that I purchased. Oh, need to find some place for that because that's way too big. Okay, so this one, Spooky Life, Jade Summer book. Ooh, a hair. Oh, gross. I do have a full flip through of this one. You know, Jade Summer, Coco Wyo, those publishers, they pump out the books. I don't think, let's see, sketching provided by Crystal J. Liu. Yeah, so they work with, I think they work with Candace Janney a lot for their books. I really like this one. Great for, you know, Halloween season. Very cute. Like I said, I do have a full flip through of this. And I have a, like if you go to my channel, I have playlists. If you click on the playlist, there's one that just says, I think, coloring flip throughs or full flip throughs. They'll all be there, so you don't have to like go searching for it. This book is one of my like favorite little finds. And I am so excited to color in this book. This is Bookish Tarot coloring book for book lover girlies. The illustrator for this book is Goldie Twinkle. I am pretty sure, I am almost positive these are not AI. She has this big like no AI thing. She showcases some of the illustrations of, you know, from working on the images, stuff like that. And this, when I looked, you know, I always think one of the big red flags as to whether or not somebody's AI, unless they are just like a Jade Summer where they just have a lot of artists on staff, is if you see somebody that has magically published, you know, 20 books in 1 year, they are not hand drawing all those books. There's no possible way. And she didn't have that many books. She had like 3 or something. If you are a book reader, like a romance girly, this is the book for you. There's 32 images. They each one fit like a book trope. I read a lot of romance, a lot of dark romance. I love these. I think these are so stinking cute. The vampire romance one just like gets me every time. Hockey romance, dark romance. The Grumpy Sunshine's really cute. Fantasy romance. Forbidden Love. I'm not gonna go through all of these. A Fated Mates is super cute. Look at those cats. The Spice. Dark Academia. Holiday romance. Cowboy romance. College romance. Probably one of my least favorite tropes, honestly, for romance books. Mainly because I'm 45 and I don't need to be reading about children. And to me, they're children, so. And there's nothing like a dark romance set at a college. Those always just kind of kill me because I'm like, you are 19. Why do you have the responsibilities of a 40-year-old man? Like, it just, yeah, it cracks me up. Anyway, why do I have like a sprinkle, I don't know what's in that. I love this book. I think this is so cute, and I think I'm gonna put this, this is gonna go like on my bedside, in my bedside coloring stuff, because to me, these are like fast colors with markers and stuff. Super fun, super fun. Another book that I think these are a big stack of Amazon books. So this one I saw on like a discount. This is Enchanting Princesses, Ponies, and Unicorns. I'm a sucker for a unicorn. This is Julia Rivers, which is a studio. But very cute. I think this was like leaning maybe more towards kids, but to me it's cute, and I can use markers in here. Alcohol markers. I love that. I just think that's so cute. I'm a sucker for a unicorn. I just really am. Like, the princesses in here are cute, but it was the unicorns that got me. Hate these black backgrounds though. Look at how those pages curl. I just don't understand why they do that. I mean, I understand why they curl. I don't understand why they choose these black backgrounds. But very cute. And I got this for like $4 or something. So I don't know if it's still that price, but I will of course put a link to it. This is another one that I do have a full flip through. This is Alexandra Francise's Witch Chibis. I love her art style, especially her chibi characters. They're just so dang cute. I'm anxious to start coloring in this. I'm gonna color in this for spooky season. Probably the Medusa one will be my first go-to. So very cute. And like I said, I do have a full flip through of this. That's why I didn't linger very long. I'm also not trying to make this video 4 hours long. Okay, so this is Deborah Mueller's Halloween Magical Minis to color. I like Deborah Mueller's work. I don't really buy her books. They're just not my favorite things to color. However, I really like this one because I'm a sucker for a mini. So, and for me, for the way I color, I think her images work better in this smaller kind of format. Again, that's for me. That's not my opinion. You know, my opinion doesn't go for everyone. I'm saying a lot. Sorry, guys. I have a lot of videos to film today, and my brain's already fried. So very cute. I love these ones that look like little stamps. Great book for Halloween, obviously. So that is Deborah Mueller's Halloween Magical Minis to color. I will say that when I said that, you know, artists who put out like 20 books a year, Deborah Mueller does put out a ton of books a year. She draws all of her stuff. Like, she has such a unique style. There's not a doubt in my mind that she draws all of her stuff. But yeah, so Halloween Magical Minis to color. Adding to my RJ Hampson collection, because I will buy any book this man puts out, is his newest book, Steampunk Revival. I love his images, and I always get the paperback version one because I like having the second set because they're different. If they weren't different, I probably would get the hardback version. But the hardback version does not have the second set of images in it. I love that one. So this is clearly, you know, very steampunky. Lots of like cogs and wheels and steam and metal. Lots of metals you can work on in this book. I love this with the little like bat-shaped handles, maybe dragon-shaped handles. They look like bats to me. Just a very cute book. And just to show you like what the second set, like let me go to like the first image because I think this would be easiest. So like here's the first image on that, like the first image in the book. And then if you look in the second set, so you can see the difference. There, you know, there's black background. The border itself is completely different. Like his differences isn't just like, oh, we threw a black background on it. Like there is physical differences between the two. And I love that. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, you can pick which one you prefer to color. You could color both of them, you know, whatever you want. All right, so this book I got, this has been in my cart forever. And I finally, you know, bit the bullet and bought it. This is an illustrator that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, and I don't know if I've seen her in hauls. I mean, maybe I have, and I just, you know. This is Melanie Bess. She's known as the Swimming Owl. She has an Etsy store. I follow her. She has an Instagram, and then she also sells her books on Amazon. I think her stuff is quite cute. I like the way that she draws her people, her women. And then she also has these types of images. She also has like these like bookmarks in the back. She does like some shelf stuff. Very cute. Little smiley frog. Some potions. I know she has this book. I think she has a mermaid's book, a cottagecore book. Maybe one more. I'm not 100% sure. So this is Whimsical Witches, a magical witchy coloring book by Melanie Bess, also known as the Swimming Owl. You can see some of the, oh, and there's her, she has a website, theswimmingowl.com. Very cute. All right, so I was at Sam's Club the other day, and like you do, you look at the books while you're there. And I found this. This is Cute and Cuddly Friends Everywhere. 60 fun and creative coloring posters. It has like these gems in the front. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with those. These are single images. They are thick. Like, look at that. That is some thick paper. This is begging for markers. They are, you know, very much designed to be tore out. So I think once I start flipping through these probably will come out. That's fine. That's fine. Lots of little piles of kitties, piles of bears and woodland creatures, stuff like this. More piles of cats. So cats in hats, cat mermaids, polar bears, cats going to space, owls. So, I mean, that's a thick book if you look at that. That's quite, she's quite chunky. That is Cute and Cuddly Friends Everywhere. I don't know, is there a publisher on this? It says Townhouse Publishing Limited. I don't know if you can get this book anywhere else. I will, you know, I'll look and see. It did say it came out in March 2025. If I can find it somewhere else, I know not everybody has a Sam's Club membership. I will put a link to it. Also on that same trip, I saw this in a video, in Brittany's video, and this is a Sparkle with Taylor. I think I saw this in her video. Her and I just like pass back and forth when we find Taylor books, so my guess is it was her. It comes with these markers that I have not tested, and I don't really care that much about, and haven't figured out how to get out of here. But it has 8 glitter markers. The book itself actually pops out, and I am going to just take it out, I think, when I use it. It's got some stickers in it, which I think are very cute. And then it's got the images, and they're single-sided. The paper's okay. They're, you know, lined in pink. I mean, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, obviously this book is great. If you're not a Taylor Swift fan, then it's not a book for you, and that's fine. Very cute, though. Yep. So Sparkle with Taylor. Got that at Sam's Club. I ended up purchasing this on Amazon because it was on sale. This is Chamilleia de Erico's. This was, I think, maybe her original book, I want to say. This is the cute and creepy one. I have a couple of her other books. I have Beauties and Beasties, Flights of Fancy, and the Pop manga one. I almost ordered the cat one, but then decided not to. I love her art. I think her art is just so beautiful. I'm just so intimidated to color it, because to me, this begs for like watercolor, you know, different mediums besides just pencil or even marker. And this one, you know, I definitely, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was her first book. Like I think it's definitely darker. Like the sketches are definitely darker. But I love this. I really like this. I like how she does the hair in that. So this book has been around for quite a while. You know, there's a gazillion flip throughs, color alongs, everything for this book. Where's the copyright page? I don't see it. That's weird. Usually there'll be like a copyright. Oh, there we go. 2020. So yeah, this book's been out for 5 years at this point. But very cute. And some images in here that are great for like Halloween season. Some of these I don't like. I don't like that. I love that. That's cute though. So yeah, this is great. This is a great book for Halloween. Okay, guys, we're getting kind of down to the bottom of the stack finally. This is Mythogoria Midnight Murderess. I do have, by Alessandra Fusi. I do have a full flip through of this on my channel. I tend to buy most of the mythographic books, but I don't tend to buy most of the Mythogoria books. I'm a little pickier with those, but I do really like Alessandra Fusi's work, so I went ahead and bought this one just when there was a couple images out of it. But I do really like this. So I think this is the newest one, but a bunch of these books, a bunch of Mythogoria, mythographics. I think there's even like a couple other like news spin-off type books from them that are getting ready to come out. Okay, so I was at Books A Million and purchased some books. On my birthday, we went shopping, and these were the only coloring books I actually purchased that day. I tend to order my coloring books online, so, but I found a couple in their bargain bin, and I was pretty excited about it. So this is Stark Hanna by Ash Miwagawa. I liked the images in this. I also had a coupon when I went, so I got a decent amount off. I do love a deal. I know there's like some more books kind of in this Arcana type series. I don't know if they're all by the same artist or not. Maybe they are. Does it say? No, it doesn't. But yeah, I really like this book. I think this is pretty. There's something about it that reminds me a little bit of mythographic, but maybe just not as detailed. Maybe a little sketchier, like with the line work. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that. It was a good little find. Okay, so then these books. These are books by a publisher called Sunny Vibes. Now, I bought these three at Books A Million. This one I bought very recently at Book Outlet. And I will say Book Outlet has like almost all of this publisher's books, and they are dirt cheap right now. Last I looked, they were dirt cheap. I think I paid like $2.97 for this book. And obviously I paid more for these at Books A Million. So I have 4 of these. Books A Million had more, but I didn't buy the other ones just because I just didn't like them as well. Now, had they all been $2.97, I might have. The paper itself is decently thick. They're definitely, you know, those cozy, comfy coloring, bold, outlined coloring. And they, like, let me find a like if you compare it to a Mythogoria book, I think it's the same size. Yeah, it's the same size as a Mythogoria. So this is bigger than, you know, the little books on Amazon. So that's the Comfy and Cozy one. This is the Sweet Life one, cute and bold. They also have this, which I think is really neat. I wish more books did this. It pulls out, and like if you can put it behind your page to color. So, you know, saves you from having to hunt down a piece of paper or whatever. I really like that image. So this is definitely like more like marker coloring, at least, you know, for me. Use whatever you want. Yeah, so that's the Sweet Life one. This is Cozy and Calm. They each have this, you know, the card in the back. And this one is Rest and Relax. I really like it. I liked this cover image. I think the cover image is what kind of got me to pick this one. Yeah, I really like that. That's really cute. So yeah, that is everything, guys. I mean, that was, you know, quite a few books. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am slowing down on what I'm buying. That does not mean I'm not buying anything. I will never say that I'm going on a full no buy. And one of the reasons is because I do have books on pre-order. So when those books, you know, show up, they show up. And, but, you know, most of these were for my birthday. So they've been sitting in my wish list for a while or whatever. Any of these books, you know, I did try to do like decent flip throughs on most of them. Now, some of them, like I said, I do have full flip throughs already on here. But if you saw a book that you would like a, you know, a slower look at, please let me know. If you have any other questions or whatever, just put them in the description box. But that is that. I'm gonna start filming the supply video and hopefully get that up about the same time. So please like and subscribe. It helps a ton, you know, the algorithm, the mystery of the algorithm. And I hope that you have a great day. Thank you.